Today we're going to be unboxing this Hatsune Miku tropical version. This is the Racing Miku from 2022. This is a really fun one because I've unboxed a few of these tan Mikus already, but they were the prize versions. This is an actual like scale figure, which means they're much higher quality. So we're going to see how this stacks up compared to those prize figures and the other Hatsune Miku figures that I have. So let's go ahead and unbox this and check it out. So as I have mentioned many times on this channel before, I am on a quest to find every tanned Miku. So there is a few of them, not a ton, but there is a few, and I have one more to unbox that you'll see in a short very soon. But Tan Miku is the tropical version of many of these. They come in the racing version usually, and they're pretty much a just sun-tanned Miku in a bikini or whatever. And I think they're pretty neat. And this one is one of them. So I got this figure specifically from Big Bad Toy Store, but you can find it and others at Entertainment Earth. You can get them for 10% off if they are in stock and you use my link down in the description. So check that out if you are interested. So let's go ahead and pop her out of the box here to kind of get a good look at her and see how it is. Now there is a few details in this one that I think are going to be interesting to look at, and kind of in comparison to like the Marin figure, the bikini one we looked at last month, I think this one will have a lot of similar comparisons we have to make in terms of when they don't have a whole lot of like detail in their clothing or whatever, we have to use like, all right, how did the proportions of the body line up and how does it look as a figure overall? So let's do that. So first off here, let's look at this base. Now, Good Smile Racing is usually what it is, the Racing Miku. And as you can see here, we have a logo for Good Smile Racing. Now, that is probably the biggest like thing that I'm curious about is this is Good Smile Racing. This is like branding for Good Smile. So to me, if they were ever gonna like put all their effort into a figure, it would be this figure, because this is like your brand that you're putting out. This is a like, it's made by Good Smile. This figure is made by Good Smile. So if your figure is bad, that is branding for you, what does that say about the rest of your figures? So let's check it out. But I can say really quickly, metal pegs. I always go real big on metal pegs in your base. Helps the figure stand up better and it makes it last longer. And they knocked that out. So let's go ahead and get on to the rest of the figure here. So grabbing her out of here, let's get this out of the way. We'll have to come back to the umbrella here in a minute. But yeah, obviously the hair looks nice. It always looks nice with Miku. That is just like a staple that you cannot get wrong. But, you know, I really like this so far. Now I will say there is a few handful of things that I do have a few issues with, just kind of looking at it here. But I don't think any of them are major. I think my biggest complaint maybe is that the face is a bit kind of big, like the eyes are a bit bigger than they should be. But I don't think that's like detrimental to it or anything. As for like the outfit itself, I like it a lot. You can see at the top here, it's a bit see-through, and it does, you can see through it. It's not just like painted on what we would see underneath. It is pretty good. I do like this, like the headphone thing or this neck thing that's going around her. I think that looks really nice. And as I mentioned, the hair just looks great as expected. So let's go ahead and get her on the base here. And then we will get her little umbrella here. Now this is Good Smile branding as well. I don't know how easy that'll come across on the camera, but it is there. So pretty neat to see that. Now we just have to get this into her hand, which is pretty easy. No real issues there. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. So the first thing that I will mention, just to get the obvious thing that I think is the most noticeable if you are buying this figure and you're gonna unbox it, is that her shorts are very, very short. You are getting a lot of rear end viewing area. If you want to comment on that, and I think if that's something you want, there you go, that is there. Feet, you're getting a lot of the toenail action and everything, and I think as for how it turned out, I think it's similar to Marin in that it did pretty good. What I will say is this is a very short figure, and I know it's 1/7 scale. I know Miku canonically is not that tall of a character, so it makes sense, and on scale it would be, but it is kind of small. Now the other Miku that I unboxed last month was quite bigger. Now it was a more expensive figure, but it still was a scale figure, being a 1/6 scale, not a 1/7 scale, but still I feel like the price ratio for size to price was a little bit better on that one than it is on this one. Now, I said that I was really positive about the Marin figure because of how cheap it was. It was right about $90 to $100, depending on where you got it from. This one, where I got it from, now I did have to pay a little bit extra. Big Bad Toy Store charged a little bit more, but it was right at about $150. So $60 more. Yes, it's Miku branded, but Marin's not a unknown character, and really the only difference that you're getting is this umbrella and maybe a bit more detailed outfit, but not really. And you're not getting the same detail in the clothing that you got in the Marin figure, in my opinion. So overall, is this a bad figure? No, it's a good figure, especially if you're wanting tanned Miku. It's great. But I will argue there's probably better tanned Mikus out there. The prize figures that you can get for about $20 or $30, maybe they're a better choice. In fact, let's look at one of them, because I have another tan Miku, and instead of doing it on a short, let's unbox it here. And not only this one, let's compare it to the other racing Miku here. This is the 2023 version. Let's check that out after we get this one unboxed. And we'll compare them and look at the prices of all of them and see if it's worth the price of this one, if it makes sense. And speaking of Entertainment Earth, this figure I did buy from Entertainment Earth. So if you want this figure, you can get it on Entertainment Earth right now, and it will work for that 10% off. So there you go. Now, this one is a racing Miku, and it is a tropical version as well, but with one difference. This is the tropical made version, not the tropical just basic version. It's just slightly different, but from the same year as this one. So you're getting a similar design. So let's go ahead and get her out of here and see how it is. Now, I have no idea what this one might look like. It might be really good, it might not be. We're gonna find out in person here, and you're gonna get my first reaction to it. So let's see. So obviously you do get a cheaper base, but like I said, it is a much cheaper figure, so that's to be expected. So this one comes with a bit of a stand here, obviously probably to make it easier to stand up, but let's get it on there, and yeah. So obviously much smaller. This one is about $25. This one was about $30. This one is about $140. So where do you think the line is drawn between quality and price? Where's the worth it? Let's give you a little bit of a close-up on this one while we discuss that. Now this one, I think, has a few drawbacks, quite obviously. In terms of quality, this is by far the weakest of the three. It looks fine, but it is nowhere near the detail of even this other prize figure, but especially this one. This one just blows both of them out of the water, but really this one is just nowhere near it. Hair-wise, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this one does anything wrong. This one kind of does that fine. Now, it does have a bit of hair that is a different like shade in the front here, and that's quite noticeable, but it's fine. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest here, this one is probably one of the better ones that I've seen. It's a really good figure. Yes, like paint detail wise, it's not it's not perfect. It's not, but it's really good for the price. This is about as best of value of these three you can get. This is obviously the best by far. This is the best. This is too orange. This looks spray tan. This looks like this is yellow. This is what you would expect like Miku to look like if she tanned all day. So yeah, that is one plus side to it. So what do I recommend? Do I recommend you go buy this one? Do I recommend you buy this one? Do I recommend you buy this one? No, this one's quite bad. I'm going to be honest. This one is not good at all. I'm glad I didn't save that for a short, because that would have been, I wouldn't have probably posted that. I would have saved it, but that's just me. If you can afford it, and money's no issue, buy this one. You'll be happy. You know, that is probably the best option. If you want a Tropical Miku and you're like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, I really want to get my money's worth, buy that one. This one's the best in terms of that. But that's not it, because I have one more Tropical Miku on the way, and it will be in a new video very, very soon. So the hunt for the best Tropical Miku is not over. We will be back very, very soon to see if this holds the title for the best Miku, or if it will be dethroned very soon. So anyway, if you want to see that, and you want to see more Hatsune Miku stuff, we have tons of Hatsune Miku stuff coming, because I am on a Hatsune Miku kick now. But if you want to see more of that, then don't forget to like and subscribe, so you'll see that as soon as it comes out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. What is your favorite Hatsune Miku out of these three? And do you think there is another Tropical Miku that can beat them? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.